This video does not reflect the political views or opinions of Hannah Marie, the Strong RD.
As in, make amazing gains, America! Whether or not you were for Trump or Kamala, this POTUS is for you because it stands for building muscle. And I'm about to tell you exactly how to build it. The muscle, not the wall.
And now it's time to swear in POTUS.
Starting with protein. The amino acids in protein are what make up muscle tissue. When we eat protein, amino acids signal a process called muscle protein synthesis, MPS, which cues our muscles to grow. Aim for about 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight for maximal MPS. A 3-ounce serving of chicken breast has about 26 grams. If you're vegan or vegetarian, tofu's a good source, though you'd have to eat much more of it to match the protein content, about 8 ounces. Of course, there are plenty of other options to meet your protein goal that go beyond meat, like eggs, dairy, beans, nuts, seeds, legumes. If you're interested in how to shop for high-protein foods in all of those categories on a budget, you're gonna wanna check out this video I did. I'll link it in the description. But don't go anywhere yet, because first, you need to learn how to optimize your nutrient intake. I'm talking about post-workout nutrition. Carbs and protein are the most important macronutrients when it comes to recovery and growth. Before we can repair tissue that gets damaged during exercise, we have to refuel with carbohydrates. Glycogen is the storage form of carbohydrates inside of our muscle cells. When we contract our muscles during a workout, we rely on glycogen to release stored carbohydrates to generate energy. I have to show the people what I mean by muscle contraction. So we're talking about like a bicep curl or a tricep extension. You getting this, Andrew? You getting all my angles? All right. Do my glutes look good in these khakis? All right. Our body mostly cares about replenishing its glycogen stores so that we can tap into them for future use. In other words, it cares more about our survival than looking swole. I'd rather die jacked. So if you don't eat enough carbs after working out and you only focus on protein, you won't actually be building anything. Instead, your body will convert that protein to carbohydrates for storage. It's tragic. We don't want that. To make sure your protein actually goes towards growth, aim to consume carbohydrates and protein in a 3-to-1 ratio post-workout. So if you were going to drink a protein shake that has 20 grams of protein, make sure you're also taking in about 60 grams of carbs. Some healthy options are fresh fruit like a banana or starchy vegetables like potato or yams. And all of these sources are also high in potassium, which is an important micronutrient to prevent muscle cramps. Nobody wants a Charlie horse, especially in the middle of the night. My leg! Eat your bananas, people. Rice, oatmeal, and cereal are good options too. And if you want to know which cereals are actually healthy, watch this video. Again, I'll put the link in the description. But right now, we're moving on to tea. Train. My nutrition recommendations won't do you any good if you aren't putting in the hard work at the gym. It can be overwhelming to know which exercises to do considering all the information that's floating around on the internet. Fitness influencers will tell you that you need to buy their expensive programs to build muscle. But I'm here to tell you that's fake news. Okay, all you need to do is consistently perform 3 to 4 compound exercises, meaning full body movements that recruit large muscle groups. Think back, chest, legs. Don't skip leg day. Squats are hard, do them anyway. Everyone will know if you skip leg day, I'm just saying. My favorites are the tried and true barbell back squat, deadlift, bench press, and overhead press. Disclaimer, I am a powerlifter, so I'm a bit biased, but really these are the gold standard for building muscle. You're gonna wanna perform each of these exercises on non-consecutive days, so you have enough time to recover between sessions. And of course, you'll need to progress the weight on the bar from week to week. It's important to challenge yourself, but know your limits. I suggest leaving about 2 reps in the tank so that you don't overtrain or get injured. Because remember, the most important thing is consistency. You can't be consistent if you get hurt and you can't train. After you train, you'll need to execute you.
Soldier boy, tough.
Crank that soldier boy. I can only do that much of the song so I don't get a copyright. Upload a gym pic. Because if you don't document your workout on social, did you even lift, bro? You don't actually have to post them anywhere. But you're gonna need to take progress pictures. If they make you really uncomfortable, you can even hide them on your camera roll so that you don't have to look at them. But take them anyway. Take your pictures. I have to say this because you know how many clients I have to fight to take their photos? And then they lose a bunch of weight and they're successful. And then we're like, wish we knew what you looked like in the beginning. And then they're kicking themselves forever. Don't let that be you. Just take your picture, hide it in your camera roll, and move on. I didn't write that down. I'm just very passionate about progress pictures. Aside from an impressive before and after, pictures are crucial for monitoring progress. This is especially true when we're trying to gain muscle, because the weight on the scale is a very poor indicator of muscle growth. You don't want to be that fool that gets on the scale, sees the number going up, thinking that you're gaining a ton of muscle when really you're just gaining fat. Pictures don't lie. Unlike politicians, they tell the truth. And the truth is bulletproof. Apparently, so is our president. That was crazy. Moving on to our final step, sleep. If you're working hard at the gym and putting in effort in the kitchen, all you have left to do is sleep. Sounds easy, but for a lot of us, sleep is the most challenging part. I get it. We're all busy. There's only a limited amount of time in the day to get everything done that we need to, but getting at least 6 to 8 hours minimum is absolutely crucial when it comes to building muscle tissue. During sleep, our body releases growth hormone to repair and rebuild. And if you slack on shut-eye, you'll be missing out on the final, most critical step. It would be like going through all the trouble of casting a vote, like scheduling your day around how you're gonna get to the polls, checking in, selecting your candidate, and then walking away before actually submitting your ballot. Your vote wouldn't even count. Same thing applies to muscle growth. Why go through all that effort if you aren't gonna see it through with a good night's sleep? Not to mention, sleep is super important for both our physical and mental health. And Lord knows we can all use some help in that department right now. So get some rest, do some deep breathing, and ignore the political dramala as best you can. Focus on what you can control, like your nutrition and physical activity habits. And if you want more content on how to become the strongest version of yourself, both physically and mentally, hit that subscribe button. Together, we'll make amazing gains, America. I'm in the quiet section of the library, and people are starting to show up, so I'll catch you in the next one.